Well, greetings everybody, and happy Friday night. Welcome to Friday Night Flights. I am your host, Lazerbolt. Tonight we are back in these beautiful C-130s. I'm loving that myself. You know, that's my favorite aircraft. Always has been, probably always will. Yeah, we're taking off tonight from Okinawa, Japan, and we are going to end up in Taiwan. So it's going to be quite a long flight. We're going to go high altitude, high speed, and it should be a good time. And by the way, Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a good year already. What are we, in the second day over here? So, yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. Sit back, grab a snack and a drink, and have a good time. Happy Friday. I was going to mention tonight that since we are in these C-130s, and I know a lot of people, if you want to fly with us, you might not have a C-130, but consider flying a fighter jet with us. We have a friend of ours down here, Dinkelberg, Zoltoid. He is in a fighter jet tonight. They look great together with the C-130. They make great escorts, even if you don't have a nice fighter jet to fly. Well, there are some default ones. You could even fly a Learjet or something similar. And if not, the A404 is another default aircraft that works really well against these Hercules. Or if you have that C-130 Hercules of any kind, particularly the ones that are out right now that are good are the Captain Sim C-130H and the C-130J. If you have either one of those, go ahead and grab it and join us. We would love to have you. All the description of the flight is in the description of the video you're watching, and all the details are there, so come join us. We're going to be taking off in about 3 minutes. I see we have our buddy here, Kubi, Montana, saying hello already. Well, Kubi, how's it going? Happy New Year to you. So Bob is in that C-130J from, what is it, Blackbird Simulations. That is a really nice, near study level aircraft. It's still in beta right now. They haven't fully released the full product. But we love that airplane around here. That's pretty nice. It's a lot like the one I'm flying, but it is a super high-tech version. You'll see my cockpit over here is just pure steam gauges. Don't really have a proper GPS or anything like that. It's the old-fashioned kind. But it's the one I like. I enjoy this airplane a lot. And yeah, I think it should be fun. Probably next week I'm going to be flying that Dirty 30 as well, just because over this last couple days I've put a lot of hours into it, and I figured out all the electronics and the flight computer and all that. And it's a hell of an airplane. I'm probably going to be flying that next week. Now, how you guys doing, man? Happy New Year to you guys.
Doing well, thank you. I got through it.
It's good to hear. Yeah, we got our buddy Zoltoid down there. He's going to take off from the opposite direction. He's got winds. He's using live weather. He's got winds that's going to make it hard to take off from the way we're going. And it's good to see him. That's an old buddy of ours, too. We've flown for years together. And it's good to see him. So, how long have you been flying in the new sim there, Zoltoid? Are you liking it? Personally, I'm loving the new sim.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I picked it up a few months ago, I suppose. I still have some issues getting consistent smooth frame rate, so I have to have a lot of my settings down on low and then turn on the frame rate generation. And I'm getting pretty decent results. I'm sitting on the ground right now, it's hovering between 60 and 70 FPS, which is
geez, yeah, that's not only enough. That's actually more than you need for something like this. I mean, if you were playing a combat simulator, you might want more than that, but just to fly around on a Friday night, that's plenty.
Yeah, I popped over in Tokyo the other day because I wanted to like stress test it, and like 20 FPS, it's not quite good enough, so
that's
as long as I stay away from like heavily populated areas, it's pretty good.
I had the same problem, but pretty much only in Tokyo. Everywhere else we go, didn't matter how dense the city is, it usually works pretty good. But Tokyo was giving my system some problems. It wasn't affecting my playing as much, but I noticed it affected the stream a lot. When I went back later and I was looking to grab a couple clips out of that stream for a thumbnail, I noticed the stream was pretty jerky. But it wasn't quite that bad in real life. It was just the stream. But still, yeah, Tokyo is probably the most densest city I've seen to fly around in, and it really affects stuff hard.
Yeah, that's exactly why I picked it. Dream. It was fine over New York City. That was pretty good.
So guys, we are at 10 after the hour. We got to get these birds up in the air. We got a show to run here, and it's going to take all of 2 hours to get there, probably a little more. What we're going to do tonight, we're going to fly a little bit higher than normal. On this first leg, let's go up to 10,000 feet. I think we got like 190 miles to go. 10,000 feet will give us a good ground speed, and that will get us there. We pretty much, when we're taking off out of runway, what is this, 23 left? We pretty much take off out of here straight, climb 10,000 feet, and we'll get to our first destination. Our final leg of the night, we're going to have to climb up to about 14,000 feet because we've got some big mountains to go over, and that's a pretty tall headroom. So, but at least on these first couple, 10,000 is fine. It's like I said, 10 after the hour, guys. Let's go ahead and get these birds in the air. Hopefully everybody's ready to go. Lazerbolt is spooling up and rolling. It always looks like these massive airplanes like this are barely moving. I see your Dirty 30 has way more horsepower than I got there, Rob. You're catching up to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to back off. I'm going to go ahead and...
Thanks. Yeah, I didn't even take that into consideration, but of course your much more modern aircraft would have a ton more horsepower.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that either.
I don't know how much difference it makes, but I know this C-130H I'm in only has a 4-bladed prop. You got a 6-bladed prop. That probably gives you a considerably more push too.
Yeah, I think more horsepower behind the engines.
There we go. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to get substituted a fighter jet for Ziltoid, but at least it looks like it's putting you in a longitude or some kind of a Learjet looking thing, and that's close. It's closer than it usually does for a substitution, so yeah.
I never saw you fly by. I must not have the settings right.
Yeah, you're obviously in the correct. You're in the correct server. That's why we can see you. Hey, we got our buddy Crowair just hopped in over here too. Greetings, Crowair. Yeah, just in time. We're just taking off. Yeah, I don't know if you're aware of the big settings to check Ziltoid would be when you're making your flight plan on the map screen. There's a up in the right hand corner it says something like flight conditions, and that includes your weather and your time of day, and it also includes multiplayer stuff. So make sure you click the multiplayer thing that says show all players. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'll go back and have a look again. I thought I had that all checked right, because I can see other players.
You just can't see us, huh?
Yeah, live weather, live traffic, live multiplayer. So it should be showing you.
You see our name tags? Or not even that?
No, not even that.
Ah, okay. Yeah, this is pretty common with people. Sometimes seeing people and sometimes not. Common multiplayer thing going on. I better get my ass on track here. Latched on a pink line there. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I've noticed that my flight plan is a little bit screwed up. Like it in the background, it added approach procedures. So I think I'm going to just stay away from following the pink line and just fly with a heading bug. For instance, right now it tells me I'm 11 miles away from my first waypoint, and I'm about 111 miles away from the first waypoint.
Oh, wow, mine's showing 160 miles.
Yeah, and the Dirty 30 does it correctly, but the Captain Sim H does not. Like I said, I had a lot of time to kind of play both of them this week, and something I noticed. But it's like when you do it in the, in order to get it into the Dirty 30, I had to program the flight computer by hand. I couldn't just use the EFB, and that makes a difference. That makes it much more accurate. Well, I'm almost at 10,000 already. How about that? Alrighty, leveling out just over 10,000. Going to try to maintain. We probably can't maintain a solid 180 knots, but let's try to do 170. Yeah, we can't do 180, but 170 should be doable, no problem at this altitude.
Is she 170 or 270?
270. Yeah, you're correct.
Okay.
I'm not used to being back in this C-130 here.
Yeah, that's what we were doing in the small plane. So I thought you meant 270.
We got Dustin Crowfoot saying good evening. Well, good evening right back to you, buddy. It's good to see you. Happy Friday. Yeah, we might be able to maintain 280, but like I said, I'm going to do 270 here. Boy, I am feeling right back home again in this Hercules. We haven't flown it in about 2 months or so. I'm digging it.
Yeah, you're looking good. I can see you on your stream. It looks good.
Right on. So I'm going to try to get right on that pink line. All right, a little airport information for our first stop. Our first stop for the evening is Romeo Oscar Romeo Sierra. What is that? Shimojishima? Anyway, we're going to be landing on runway 17. Count on that. We're going to be coming in from the north, and the reason I picked runway 17 is not because of the wind directions, but it is a relatively long runway with an ILS approach. So let's do that. We got almost 10,000 feet of runway. That's plenty. We have a ILS approach for runway 17 of 111.5. 111.5, and that is at a heading of 171 degrees. So the heading of that runway is 171 magnetic. Count on that, runway 17, when we get to Shimojishima.
171.
171. I mean, technically, since I'm not following the flight director, I could go ahead and do that right now, but I'm going to wait. Did something a little different for this flight with my time of day. We usually take off early in the morning. I pushed it ahead a few hours, so it is early evening right now. By the time we get to our final destination, it should be late evening. It'll be very nice. We'll have some good colors. So I'm having trouble not going 180. Say if you guys are comfortable going 180, we could do that. It is a bit of a long flight tonight. Wingnut, I'm guessing you're not having any trouble 180, right?
Shouldn't. Okay, 280.
Or 280, yeah. Got a whole 100 off. Yeah, I just noticed last night I was flying that Dirty 30 and I was up at about 17,000 feet, and it would not maintain 280, not indicated. I had a great ground speed, but I was keeping about 260 knots if I was lucky. But that's when, that's high altitude stuff.
Well, I'm doing 260 at the moment. My ground speed says 299, now 300. And increasing.
Right on. You using real weather?
No, I'm scattered clouds.
Oh, good deal. Yeah, we should have relatively the same weather then.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially yesterday. Yesterday was New Year's Day. Yeah, I flew that Dirty 30 like 12 hours, just monkeying with it, just determined to figure out that flight computer and all the other kind of stuff. And I did. Notably, the biggest thing I was having trouble with is I want to make a video on the startup procedure for that thing. And I can get it started just fine. It's just there was always something wrong with my avionics panel. When I was done starting it up, it was just like there was one thing that I was missing. That right across my avionics panel there was an error message, and I couldn't get it to go away. It said something about improper attitude or something like that. It's like, yeah, that sounds about right. But it's just it had an attitude failure. Basically, what it was is the gyroscopes were not initializing, and I couldn't figure out how to get that to do it. I looked everywhere. Finally,
Did you give it a few minutes? Sometimes it takes a minute or two to stabilize.
right. Well, I had a couple flights where I'm up in the air and everything, and it's still not fixed. It's and the second I try to do any kind of navigation, it just like flips me over because there's no horizontal line or anything. There's no
Right.
horizon. So, well, I figured it had something to do with the CMI-MU, the CNI. What's that for? The Communications Navigation and Identification Master Unit. I figured out exactly what to do in that to make everything work. But it is a little bit like you say. Once you do the right thing, it takes a second for it to spool up. But yeah, at least I got it figured out now. The video is incoming tomorrow.
Oh, good.
You get a chance to look at the DCS C-130?
No, I've heard a lot about it. I've actually even watched a couple videos. But like I was talking before, I don't play DCS too much. I love the aircrafts, but I'm not that big into combat, So I don't do too much combat simulator. However,
Yeah,
it looks pretty good. That C-130 they got, that looks very detailed, man.
yeah, I like how it looks, but I kept thinking about is I don't see it being played that often with how often it's likely going to be shot down.
Right.
That you can't fly anywhere. You can only fly where you have the map. So it's pretty limiting. But the detail and functionality I thought might be appealing to you.
I imagine it serves more of a support role, or fly high and orbit the battlefield and then point out the targets to everybody else. I know it's probably the C-130, the AC-130 gunship, I'm guessing, is the one they give you. So I'm sure you want to pull those triggers, but
No, it's just a C-130J, but it
Is it?
has but it has the bomb, the mother of all the MOI, they call it.
Oh,
mother
yeah,
of all bombs. You can drop that out the cargo. And I have it, but I kept having trouble assigning anything to my yoke system with this Velocity 1. I could never get everything to line up.
look at this. You guys see Norofoot up here flying with us.
Yeah, he's in that
He
boom.
he is on assignment with that jet he's got. Good deal. Looking good, buddy. These C-130s just look so good with a military escort. I love it.
Yeah, he just did a fast flyby right by us, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. His airplane looks pretty good too. I don't know if that's a default aircraft he's in, but somehow I'm seeing it as a fighter jet, and it looks great.
Yeah, it's that white boom something, I forget now, but it's a supersonic.
Yeah, it looks just like a missile, man, like a dart. It's pointy. So hopefully everybody had a good Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve and all that. I didn't do much except watch a bunch of TV and have a bunch of drinks. It was a good time.
I didn't even do that. But I got through it, so I guess it's okay.
Well, it's been 2 weeks, but it finally feels like Friday again. It's just all of a sudden with the weird holidays and everything, it was hard to keep track of what the hell day it is. I think we're back on track now, though.
Well, I don't know. I got my auto throttle set at 286, and my airplane is only maintaining 275.
Yep,
the
that's
ground
the issue
speed
I
of-
had too. Yeah, that thing is very susceptible to, higher altitude, thinner air up there. It's hard to get a good airspeed. I slid back down to just under $180. I'm gonna try to maintain like 175 or something. Just keep us all together. What's the point if we're not together?
Yeah, I think I just hit 276, and it's just kind of holding right there.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem I had. It's just like at high altitudes, it just barely squeaks. Then it starts looking a lot more like it says on paper. You know, where it says, hey, your cruise speed is like 160. I'm thinking I can go way faster than that. Well, not at altitude, you know. Great aircraft, though. I really love it. I'm glad I finally figured out a couple little details. One of the things I figured out is I think one of the problems I was having, remember I said every time I took off, as soon as my wheels left the ground on that Dirty 30, all my panels would go blank. Everything would just shut off and it would just get weird. And I would have to use the actual, on the knee board, there's a start the engines options, and that would be the only way I could start the engines back up. I figured out what that was. It had something to do with my home cockpit, my switch panel. As long as I have my switch panel unplugged when I use that, everything works fine. But if I've got that switch panel plugged in, it just starts doing all kinds of random stuff.
Didn't like it, huh? Well,
It did not like it. Well, I think they're completely disconnected and unconcerned with how my panels work. You know, they don't care if my Logitech panel from 5 years ago, they don't care if that works or not. They just want to make the aircraft work as good as they can. And I think it's just, this has so many switches and buttons and knobs on it, it's sending conflicting signals to something. All the default aircraft, it works perfectly. You know, the Microsoft has took it into account that a lot of people have hardware like that, you know. Can't quite tell if that's Norofoot or Necrofoot, like NCRO.
I think I'm seeing Norofoot. It's
Right on. So yeah, I need to use a little nav map tonight just to be able to tell my distances. Because like I said, my flight plan is screwed up. In the background, it added approach procedures and stuff that aren't even actually on the flight plan.
Oh yeah, I see all that in there. Yeah. I guess it doesn't pertain to me because I just plugged in the airport codes. I guess the
Right.
airplane will follow.
Right. If I understood how to do that in this aircraft, although I don't know how to do it in this, there's no displays.
Yeah, I don't think you
You know
can.
what I mean? Yeah, I don't think you can either. But it's got a nice heading hold, and it's keeping me on course here. And it's got a nice,
Yep.
I'm going to be able to do that ILS approach, no problem. I've already got the frequency input and all that, so that'll work out
I
pretty
hear
good
that
when we get there.
I hear the boom airplane coming.
Here it comes. Looks like we got our buddy Ziltoid back up in the air. Hopefully he can see us now.
Nope.
Gosh, what we had somebody that had that same problem. Oh, you know what it was? Oh, what? Remember Matu had a problem where he turned off AI traffic and that screwed a bunch of other stuff up, right? Isn't that something what he did? Because we had the same problem a couple weeks ago where somebody couldn't see, and it was a simple fix. It was a real simple fix. We could see that.
Sometimes switching out of the going back to settings, switching server out to something else, and then switching it back. Sometimes that'll fix it too. That has worked for me.
That's a good thing to try because you don't even have to leave the game to do that. You can just do it right in flight.
Oh, he's it's Boom XB1, big old white looking supersonic jet.
Yeah, I got a real good look at it a
behind me.
second ago. That thing was going right over the top of me. I could see it good.
Yeah, he's flying right next to me now, maintaining my heading and my position.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Like I
it's a
said,
good
there's
looking plane.
nothing that looks cooler with these than a nice military escort, man. These airplanes look great together. Heading into Taiwan, I don't know if we're going to need a military escort or not.
Where am I relative to you? Like, well, I'm at 25,000, so I'm going to be above you. But, like, am I ahead, to the side, behind?
I see you. Let's see, you're like over at my, I don't know, I saw you a second ago, I have to. You were off to my left, behind me and to the left. I don't see you right now. You must be in the clouds. Oh yeah, wait a minute, there you are. I see you, you're about my 8 o'clock to my left behind me. You're quite a ways away.
Yeah, this is an issue I've been having pretty consistently on and off. Like, I can't see players on the map when I want to pick where to fly, and then when I spawn in, suddenly I can see them.
Suddenly there they are.
Yeah.
See, I'm a bit to the right of all you guys. Well, we're going to be turning to the left here pretty soon, or to the right. Anyway, we're going to be turning to the right when we're trying to make our runway 17 approach.
I'll come up behind you. I'll change into the heading mode. That's easy enough for me too.
You're right on the line.
I think I was just to the left of the line too. But,
yeah, I wasn't too concerned about that. I was just pointing out the fact that instead of me going to the left to meet you guys, I'm just going to stay here because we're going to have to go to the right eventually anyway.
Let's see if just restarting the game altogether works.
So I believe we're about 74 miles out.
Yep, mine showing 75.1.
Boy, you're right. You can hear that Norfoot, can you? That jet he's in.
Oh boy,
powerful.
yeah.
It sounds
He
like a
was
rocket.
flying right next to me there for a little while, and I think he's up there trying to catch you now.
Yeah, he's right here next to me.
I think I got a screenshot of him. I'll show you that later.
That's a default aircraft, you say, huh?
Yes, yeah, they just added it recently.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because I don't remember seeing that. But yeah, it looks great. Kind of looks kind of sci-fi.
The project there, I think Boeing is working on to try to make supersonic flight quieter so they can bring it back and have it fly over land.
Okay. It does have like a space shuttle look to it somehow.
Yeah, something
that's
about
pretty
that
cool.
really long pointy nose makes the move very subtle.
Yeah, that's dope. It looks like a high altitude supersonic.
I've spotted it on the ADSB exchange a couple of times. Out flying, doing testing.
Yeah, whatever it is, I have not tried it yet. I don't generally fly too many jets, but I do like that they exist.
Hey, I can see you guys on the map this time. See if I can
Oh, that's a
join in
good
next to
sign.
you.
Yeah, good sign, buddy.
Are you in an
Guys are
A400?
Me? No, I'm gonna be in a Tomcat.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's Pro Air flying over my head. He's in a A400, the big old cargo prop job.
Yeah, that's a nice aircraft too, but that's definitely one of them that it doesn't fly by hand very well. You're going to want to use the electronics on that thing. Let it fly itself because it flies way better that way. So I'm only about 61 miles out. I should start thinking about descending before too long here. In the next maybe 20 miles, I'm going to drop her down to 3,500. Also going to get ready to jog to the right considerably. We'll try to come in underneath that ILS glide slope. So I wonder what happened to our buddy Longhorn tonight. Usually he's here with bells on.
Yeah, I was hoping he'd show up with us this evening. Could be work related or something.
See, Waterman was with us last week too, and he had that C-130 he was practicing on. Yeah, hopefully you got that all figured out, how to make it work. I think he already knew how to make it work. He was just having trouble with the multiplayer textures. Hey, what's up, Crow Air? That beast is looking good. That 400 is a serious piece of machinery, man.
Yeah, the C-17 is pretty wicked still too. They've changed it compared to what it used to be in 2020.
Yeah, that's the one, right? That wasn't
This
a
one,
default back in 2020. We would just we'd grab it for free and use it that way, and it was really good.
yeah, Coast used to fly it from time to time until he got his C-130.
Yeah, that was a absolute awesome aircraft for free. I'm glad they include it now. Alrighty, Crow Air is here. Let's go. Just in time. I'm gonna have to start dropping my altitude here pretty soon. We got a good 7,000 feet to drop to get underneath that glide slope. I'm gonna go ahead and begin dropping my altitude right now.
What are we going down to for this approach?
I'm gonna go down to 3,500. I think 4,000 is enough to be under the glide slope, but just to be sure, 3,500.
Okay.
I really wish I could set that on the C-130. Instead, I just got to kind of watch my altitude and stop it when it's time. And it's real easy to sit there and forget about it. Next thing you know, you're at 500 feet. It's like, hey, why am I seeing my shadow?
It's like that Far Side comic of, hey, what are these goats doing in the clouds?
Yeah, the goats are looking right back at him.
I saw you guys on the map. I spawn in. I can't see you. I open up the tablet and I can see the icons of where you guys should be.
But we're not.
I'm down here about 5,500 now, about 5,000. I still don't see you.
Huh? What was the fix for that? Like I said, we've had similar things happen. I can see your name tag back there behind us now. You should have Wingnut kind of in front of you, and Crow. Actually, all of us are kind of in front of you.
Yeah, call me Schultz because I see nothing.
Oh, I do see your name tag. Yeah.
Well, it was encouraging that you can see us on the map. And if it was a case of, like, you can't see us because you don't have a C-130, well, that shouldn't matter because there's a big variety of aircraft here, including 2 default aircraft you should see just fine.
Yeah, I can see other aircraft like real traffic substituted. Like I could see, you know, Air Nippon, Japan Airlines. I could see things like that.
Drop my rate of descent down just a little bit more here. Also, I'm going to turn to the right just a few degrees here, and that'll help us line up for 17. Oh, even with all my erratic maneuvers, Necrofoot is really keeping with us up here. He's doing a good job. I can tell this ain't the first time he's flown a jet. Yeah, we just spent 2 months flying around Japan, and that was great. It was that's why we switched to a very much smaller airplane, so we could actually check out the sights because there's a lot of cool stuff to see there. It was great. But it's good to be back in this. The bird, this Herky bird, is my favorite. It's like home. Oh, I see our buddy here, Waterman, has a tip. He must be watching the stream. He says in settings, go to General Flight Interface and show traffic nameplates. That might be the issue.
Yeah, that's turned on.
Yeah, it's weird. I know we've had this exact problem, and it's not a hard fix, but I don't quite remember exactly what it was. It's probably more than one thing could be going wrong right now. That's the problem.
But it wasn't a problem earlier today, and it wasn't a problem last night. It's just now that I'm wanting to fly with some people, now suddenly I can't find them.
That's some good programming, how they can tell. How it figures out that, hey, this is an important flight to you, so screw it. Alrighty, I'm coming up on 4,000 feet. I'm going to go to 3,500 and hold there. Or at least as close as I can get it.
Yep, I'm down there at 385.
I'll go ahead and switch my selector mode over to VOR ILS right now, so I can tell when we're in range of the beam. As soon as I hold my altitude at 3,500. Alright, Lazerbolt holding 3,500, maintaining 260 indicated. Inbound runway 17, ILS approach. Okay, I'm already underneath the glide slope, so that's a good deal. Means I'm within 20 miles and receiving the beam. Put my radio beam coupler over to FSS, or AFF that is. I believe we're all set. Yeah, one of the things, Bob, that I used to do, like that one video I made about the Dirty 30, of how to track its navigation there, how to track the flight path. Well, I said you had to switch it over to like ATOS and then back to Nav 1. I kind of figured out what the deal was there. It won't grab onto your flight path until you cross it. You know what I'm saying? You have to literally cross the path for it to grab onto it, and that was what the problem was. But there's workarounds for that. But.
Yeah, you can just use the heading to, just like you're doing on that C-130, until you get over to it, and then switch over to approach. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of standard procedure anyway. That's why you can.
That's kind of what I'm doing right now.
That's why it lets you use your heading hold and the what's it called? It's not the navigation hold, but the approach hold. You can use your heading hold and the approach hold at the same time, and as soon as it actually locks on, it'll get rid of the heading hold. Right. I'm already a little bit too low. I'm not underneath that glide slope anymore. I'm going to swing out a little further.
I see.
Do you? Good deal. Do you know what it was that fixed it?
I've tried it a couple of times with no change, but this time it worked. I switched from all players to live players. Or one
Okay,
of the
good
other
deal.
directions of it. Yeah, I don't know why
Success.
it's working now when it wasn't then, but whatever.
Yep, whatever, it works.
God, frustrating electronics. Turning it off and on doesn't fix it. Plugging it and unplugging it doesn't fix it. Well, I'm at a loss.
Yep, who knows? Waterman, hey, it's good to see you, buddy. You made it.
I made it, eventually. Had to put the kids to bed first.
There you go. Hey, you remember our old buddy Dinkelberg, right? Zoltoid? He's
Yes.
back. He is
Cool.
back.
Welcome
And he
back.
is in that fighter jet.
Yeah. To zip past Wingnut here.
Well, I better start worrying about my speed here because I am fully established on the localizer and the glide slope and just going kind of high and fast at the moment.
Well, it says captured, glide slope captured, so I'm still in a banking mode, but I hope it'll bring me in.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to do my course heading. Durr. I'm like, how come I'm not lined up?
Well, I can see
Classic,
his name
forget.
tag, but I didn't see his plane.
That heading was 171, correct, Bob?
Yep, 171.
There you go. I should have known better than that. It's like every time it looks like you're not heading the right direction, check that first. That's always it. All right, we got Waterman up at the airport waiting for us. Good deal. We're back on track. Got Ziltoid up here, looking good. Crow Air. All right, we're all together. Yeah, I ended up way off course because I wasn't paying attention. I think we're good now, though. Somehow Necrofoot is keeping right up with me, even with all my crazy maneuvering here.
I see you guys ahead of me, coming in on final behind you.
Right on. Making a bit of a screwy approach myself right now, but I think we're good. Over the threshold, runway 17. A little bit of a goofy landing, but I probably scared the hell out of my passengers, but we're good. Bob, I'm going to exit the runway to the left. Get out of your way here. You didn't forget your wheels, did you?
Oh, they're
Oh,
down.
there they are. It took a second for them to pop out. I didn't see them until just now. Of course, as soon as I ask, they pop in. This is the bumpiest access road I've ever seen. I have the unfortunate thing now that I see the Mighty Ziltoid. I see your name tag, but I do not see your aircraft. It's bizarre.
Yeah,
It's
same
always
thing,
something.
Yeah, same thing with me looking at you.
Crow Air coming in that gigantic 400.
I got.
Don't see Wingnuts playing either.
Do you see Crow Air? He's in a default aircraft. Does that help?
Yeah, I see that. I see.
Okay,
Necro
so
as
at
well.
least, yeah, at least we kind of know what it is. It's the, you don't have this aircraft and I don't have your aircraft, and that's why we can't see each other. That shouldn't be the case, but that's probably what it is.
I have an F-14, but it's not the same
Right.
same one he has.
It would have to be the exact one, yeah, same company. And everything. I think everybody's on the ground, aren't we? Look at us. We're a nice little group going on here. Right on. Let's go ahead and take this runway and get out of here when everybody's all packed in again.
I'm surprised after all of these years that nobody's come out with like a pack of basic models of every plane available, so it could at least look like the correct thing.
I
Like,
know.
it doesn't have
That'd be-
to look perfect.
We've been talking about that forever. How easy would it be just to have some really low res models of just traffic, you know? Or even make it a requirement that if you're going to have an airplane on the marketplace, it has to come with low res traffic models that other people can see.
Norfoot parked right beside you there. You see him?
Yeah, right on. He's ready to go. I think we're going to do the same thing on this leg, guys. Let's go up to 10,000 feet and try to maintain 160, 170, that neighborhood. We take a right-hand turn out of here. Hey, look at that up ahead of us. We got Mr. Newbie joining us. How about those apples? Right on. The gang is here. Except for Longhorn, the whole gang is here. Good deal, Mr. Newbie. Get that bird down here. Alright, guys. Count on taking off and be out of here in about 30 seconds or so. We're going to be doing, like I said, 10,000 feet, 165, 170 knots. Or 270 knots. Got to get used to saying that. This bird's way faster than that last one. Ronald Jr. asking, Misty Newbie here. Hey, what's up? I would have gotten in time to join you guys, blah, blah, blah. Just getting here. Well, good deal. Good to see you, man. Where are you all now? I missed your message, but it looks like you found us, so good deal. Guys, let's go ahead and get these birds up in the air. And like I said, a bit of a right-hand turn out of here. We're back on course. Lazerbolt is rolling. We'll probably take off right over the top of you, mister. Got that classic A400 as well. That is a nice looking aircraft. That really goes well with the C-130. They look like sister
Yep.
ships. Well, that aircraft that Necrofoot's in really has a distinctive sound. I like that.
Sure does.
Well, our next destination, we're going to be coming in pretty much straight in for runway 28. We're inbound for Romeo Charlie Sierra Sierra Songshan. So runway 28, count on that when we get there. We got 8,500 feet of asphalt. That's plenty. It's right at 12 feet of elevation, right on the coast there. So count on that. We also have an ILS. So this ILS localizer is at 108.1. Write that down, 108.1, and it is at a heading of 277 magnetic. Count on that, 277 magnetic for runway 28. Got quite a ways to go. Climbing through 6,000 for 10,000.
It always takes me such a long time after takeoff to realize I can take my feet off the rudder pedals.
You don't need them anymore. You got actual in-world rudder pedals?
Yeah.
That's something I've never had. I've got the whole cockpit too. I've got the. I don't have a yoke, but I do have the nice professional HOTAS. I've got the switch panel. I've got the autopilot panel. I've got the radio stack, and I love all of them. They're fantastic. But I've just never. I don't know if I would use foot pedals. I know they're more realistic, but I always sit cross-legged on my couch, so. Using foot pedals would be kind of a pain in the ass. Sure is nice for the realism, though, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, I went without them for a really long time, and then I finally had the money to replace my HOTAS setup plus some rudder pedals, so I said, yeah, screw it, let's go.
Let's go. Getting ready to level off at 10,000. Leveled off at 10,000 and a small handful of change. Increasing indicated airspeed to 260. Now this is a group flight, man. Look at that. We got all kinds of people with us tonight. It's a nice looking group. Got my time of day set to early evening, and it's just going to keep getting more and more pretty colors until it gets a little dark.
Do you have any reshades or filters going on?
No, I'm pretty much straight out of the box. I just do it all default. As a matter of fact, the only non-default anything I have in the entire sim is the Captain Sim Hercules and the Blackbird Simulations 130J. Man, this thing wants to keep creeping up faster and faster. I have to bring her back down. I said 270 ought to do the trick. 270. So for you guys who don't have the C-130, what do you see us as? Are we substituted for something reasonable, or does it look dumb?
Well, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, T-130s show up as nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, if that's true, though, Necro is doing a heck of a good job flying around my name tag. Well, this ought to be a much easier approach than that last one. It's basically straight in, and we still have instrument landing. I haven't seen somebody jump out of their airplane in a couple flights. As a matter of fact, I don't even see the double name tags that used to be an issue. And you used to see 2 name tags for everybody, and then eventually one of the name tags would just jump out of your airplane, fly away. It was like it was putting a name tag over your airplane and then also a name tag over your dude, and you don't need both. Looks like they fixed that, and I didn't even notice it. Still think it's a little unnecessary to have the feet displayed in, you know, I mean, like your altitude. It says you're at 10,200.67 feet. I don't care that you're, you know, 10,000 feet and, you know, what is that, 8 inches? I don't care about that 8 inches. You don't need to include that. It's just there's already so much information that's given you. Just get rid of that decimal point. We don't need it. It's good enough to know the closest foot. Mr. Newbie, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. You're back from your travels.
Yes, Happy New Year. Can you hear me?
Gotcha.
Gotcha, thank you.
So, any of you guys here, anybody here watch that show Fallout? If you're familiar with the Fallout video game, it's a show about the game. Any of you guys watch that?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen any.
Just the first season so far.
Right on. Yeah, we're in the 3rd episode of the new season, and it's great. It's really phenomenal. I love what they've done. It is apparently so hard to make a video game show and make it, you know, appealing to people who like the game and people who've never played the game. I can see where it's a fine balancing act, you know. And man, they did such a good job on this. It's just a great show. It really has the feel and the energy that the game does. Everything's a little bit off, you know. It's a little bit, you know, kind of nonsensical in a way, but it has just a cool feel to it. The show is great, and every episode of this new season is getting a little bit better. That's kind of what you want, you know. It just keeps getting better and better all the time, and it's already good.
Yeah, so far I appreciate that, you know, it's based off of a video game, but they don't take every opportunity to shove a video game reference in your face.
Right. I think the only reason why it's even close to what the video game was is the main executive producer is one of the guys that worked on the game. He was the lead programmer on the game in the first place years ago, and now he's like the producer of the show. So you know, he can real easily say, well, you know, I mean, can you change the color so it's a little more like the game, or you know, use this music, or just, you know, hey, we need to put this in the show. That's a big staple of the game. If it ain't in there, people are gonna miss it, and it's really good. Well, we got the whole gang up here now. I know that big A400, that is, it's not the easiest thing to fly. It feels like a bus, absolute gigantic bus. It feels big and heavy, and it is. But it's got great electronics. It flies itself, basically, if you do it right. Dustin Crowfoot. You know what? Now that I'm doing the math on that, I'll bet you that's our buddy here, Necrofoot. Crowfoot. Yeah. The C408 AS I saw ATR. Well, if that's your name, I'll call you Crowfoot. Not sure if that's the same guy or not, but I bet it is. It's a cool name. Yeah, and once again, if anybody would ever like to join us, please do. We're pretty easy to get along with around here. We fly pretty casual. I've been in other group flight situations where people take themselves way too serious. It takes all the fun out of it. But yeah, we just want to hang out on a Friday night, share our love of aviation, and scoot around the world a little bit. It's a good time. So if anybody wants to join us, please do. You can grab the information right there in the description of the video, what we're flying and where we're going. And yeah, grab an airplane and come join us. Hey, while you're down there, hit like and subscribe. That's a lot of fun. People love doing that. It reminds me that this next stop we're coming up on, this is going to be our penultimate stop for the evening. It's hard to believe, but we only have one leg after this. So yeah, we're going to take a 10-minute break. That's our tradition around here on the second to the last stop. We'll take a little 10-minute break. You can let the dog out, grab a snack, grab a drink. 10 minutes actually is probably enough time to even install the game if you had to. It's a pretty small install. You just have to have good internet speeds to play it. So this is already going to make a nice thumbnail for next week.
I'm not holding very still as I'm having to hand fly. You figure out everything in here.
Oh, right on. Well, that's right. You got that C-130 last week. Yeah, good deal. How you liking that? Have you had a chance to check it out?
Not really. So I'm doing so while in tight formation, and it's not really conducive to looking around the cockpit.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can tell you're right here with us, and I can't see you. You've got that C-130H from Captain Sim?
I'm in the J.
Okay, right on. It just says C-130, and that's all it says. And you're 0.2 miles away. I should see you really good, but I don't see you. You're blank. It's weird.
I'm right behind Pro Air, like, I don't know, 300 feet.
Oh yeah, I can see where you are, totally. I know exactly where you are. Just, you look like you're in Wonder Woman's invisible jet.
Yeah, I would think with
we
the
need to
J you
figure
would
that
see
out,
me, and I
what that
think I'm
is.
in the default livery.
Yeah, I should see you by all accounts, but I don't. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay, that's good. Well, they always throw curveballs, don't they? There's always something. Yeah, Bob, there was one thing I was realizing in that Dirty 30, the startup procedure. That's actually, it's easier than in the C-130H, isn't it? I mean, there's fewer steps to get that thing up and running. It's easier.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It's pretty simple.
I figured it would be more complicated. Instead, it's as simple as, I don't know, you check your bleed air switch, you check your oil pumps, you flip on the battery, and then you hit start. You know, I mean, there's not much to it than that. I mean, you might want to turn on your ATR, or not your ATR, but your
APU.
Yeah, your APU. Turn that on. It's good to go. It just, you know, all the rest of it does it itself. It's automatic. You know, you don't have to adjust your fuel. You don't have to adjust anything. Your starter does all of that automatically. So yeah, it's pretty simple. But I was, like we were talking earlier, I was having trouble getting my gyros up and running, and it was giving me an attitude problem.
Oh, man.
But I got that figured out. I don't know if I fixed it the correct way, but I've got a way to fix it. There you go. It works.
I haven't tried it lately to see if I have any kind of issues like that anymore since the updates, but I'll have to try it now that you mention it. See if I have any issues.
We got Crowfoot flying upside down over here.
I'm about 10 miles back. I took a wrong turn back there, and my
All right.
autopilot, I forgot to change it, the heading.
I've done that before. A nice little inverted flight going on there. Looks nice.
I'd try it too, but my engines would die.
Is there
Oh,
a
it
quick
don't like it.
button for a screenshot?
Pardon me?
Is there a quick button for a screenshot?
You know, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm sure there is.
Usually
did you notice,
it's
like,
the Windows button down there by your Alt and Control, the little Windows button, and the PS button for print screen. That'll do a quick screenshot.
there's also if you go to that top drop-down menu at the top of the screen here. Let me see here if I can get it up. But that drop-down menu has a camera thingy, and that will allow you to do camera stuff. I don't know if it's just for recording videos or you can take pictures too. I haven't monkeyed with it, but I would imagine that's a good place to start looking.
All right, I think I got some screenshots, so I can at least show the 4 that I can see, since you can't see me.
No. Yeah, I can't see Ziltoid either. That's a shame.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
Yeah, it's a bummer because I'm tucked in pretty good on this 400.
Yeah, this big group of planes all together, that's pretty sharp looking. I love that. Up here in the clouds, we're a little bit higher than normal. This last leg, though, we're going to have to climb up to 14,000 feet because the peaks are just over 13,000. So just to be safe, we're going to climb to 14,000. Of course, that means when we get to our destination, we're going to have to drop down quickly.
Well, you guys should be fine. Just angle down at like 30 degrees and turn on the reverser. It's just really good.
All feet on the brakes.
Cartoon where he's, the plane's crashing and then at the last second it stops like a foot off the ground and he's like, air brakes.
Yeah, the old Bugs Bunny cartoon. I remember asking my dad if that's really how air brakes worked.
The sun's awfully bright in the airplane, so if I could use the top 400's tail to shade my cockpit, that'd be pretty nice.
There you go. It's a little visor for you. Okay, we're just under 99 miles. About another 40 miles or so, I'm going to begin thinking about dropping her down.
So there's an ILS at Songshan.
There is. Let me get the info for you. Yeah, we're coming in. We're going to be coming in runway 28, and that's 8,500 foot of runway. It's a big one. The ILS frequency, write this down, is 108.1. As a matter of fact, I need to input that right now. 108.1. That's that heading of 277.
Yeah, thank you.
Put that in my nav radio here. 108.1. One, nav 1, ready to go. Now if I can just remember not to forget my course heading, we're good. Matter of fact, I should do that right now.
That's a good idea. I'd do it ahead of time when I can think of it. Also note to self, landing gear down.
You didn't forget your gear last time, or did you?
No, I was just joking with you.
Yeah, that's my note I should take, gear down. Every time I hit the gears, I'm proud of myself now. I forgot it one time.
Made itself a reputation.
Yeah. Seems like people remember that time I hit that mountain, too. It jumped out right in front of me. I swear it wasn't there, and then all of a sudden, bam.
Who put that mountain there?
It wasn't there. Okay, maybe it was there.
Came out from behind the trees.
It was right after takeoff, too. Well, I always do the same thing. At takeoff, I love to look behind me to watch everybody else take off. It looks great as we're all taking the sky together. I didn't take into account that, like, directly in front of me, there's a freaking mountain. I'm looking behind, enjoying the view. Next thing I know, I'm staring up at the sky. I wouldn't mind so much, but I streamed the whole damn thing. Looked like a fool.
Ain't something that we all haven't done before.
Yep.
Should have made the end of the year highlights reel and put that in there.
Yeah, all the highlights would be me.
Well, I love it. Speaking
Lowlights.
of end of the year stuff, I love it when I make it to a buddy's house for the New Year celebration. And every time, right after midnight, I find him just so I can be like, "Hey, man, I haven't seen you since last year." And he hates it so
Yes.
much.
Well, he should know it's coming by now. And that thing's got power.
I wonder how fast I can get, because I've had this up to like Mach 2.6.
I'm looking at that XB1. I bet you that thing's fast. I mean, it's clearly supersonic. That's the whole point of it. But how many times past the speed of light can it go? Or speed of light. So the speed of sound.
We're not playing Elite Dangerous.
No, it ain't quite that fast.
Well, it makes me wonder, because it's a test bed for supersonic flight, right? So I don't think it needs to go much past Mach 1.
Right. I don't know. Is it just a test aircraft at the moment?
Yeah, the experimental.
It looks pretty sharp, I know that. It looks like a spaceship. It reminds me of that Virgin Atlantic type thingy he had, the suborbital doodad. All right, we're just under 70 miles out. I'm going to start thinking about descending here before too long. Also, I could get back on track here by turning a little bit to the left. Yeah, I'm going to begin a slow descent. I don't need to drop her down too awful quickly. We got time. But I want to be at about 3,000 feet when we're at 20 miles out. That is the plan.
3,000.
Yeah, like I said, at about 20 miles I want to be at 3,000 feet, and that'll guarantee we're under the glide slope. Right now I'm trying to maintain right around a, I don't know, negative 600 VSI. It's not very fast, but we still got about 70 miles. I'm try to maintain that 270 as I'm descending. We'll see what happens.
Extra drag this aircraft. I don't know if Flight Sim does that because I do have my weapons, but I am also going to make a high-speed pass. Need to build a little bit.
It's a shame I can't even hear you. I mean, I can hear you, but I can't hear your aircraft.
Sure.
That name tag is moving like crazy, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to get set up where I can zip past you close to Mach 2 as I can get. I'm just over 1 now.
Yeah, when you first started the flight, I could see it just fine. It was weird. And then when you got it to where it's quote-unquote fixed, I can't see it anymore.
Task failed successfully.
Yes. Yeah, and the end result is, hey, everything's just fine. It's Friday night. Let's go. When we get down to the ground, I'm going to have to reboot my cocktail here and get that up and running.
Have you tried to switch servers out of the West USA and then back again?
Yeah. No, I finally got it working where I can see them now.
Okay.
We can't all see each other.
We have also in the past we've had issues with aircraft that like it's a default aircraft and yet you still can't see the other guy even though he's in the default aircraft. And what it turned out to be was we had to like if it's the first time you've ever flown that aircraft, or if you've never flown it, it's not loaded in. So you need to hop in that aircraft just once, just to load all the details in because it's streaming. And then when you see somebody in that aircraft, you'll see him properly. We had that issue before too. And it's like, I don't understand why I don't see it. I've got that airplane, but I've never flown it. You know what I mean? So you have to fly it first, and then it's loaded in. I don't think that's the issue because you don't have the aircraft and I don't have yours, so that's a whole different issue. It might be related though. Like it might be trying to show a substitution that I haven't flown yet. Alright, I am definitely going to have to increase my rate of descent here. I am only going to bring it down to 4,000. Now that I'm looking ahead, I remember these mountains. So, yeah, 4,000. We do have some mountains in the way before the airport. Don't go lower than 4,000. But that will still be low enough to get under the glide slope. Just barely. I will increase my rate of descent, though, because coming close. My beam coupler is set to AFF, and I think we're good. That airport was a heading 277, correct?
That's what you were saying. I'm showing, I got a little nav map open and it's showing 279, but it's pretty close.
Right on. Yeah, I think that's the difference between the true heading and the magnetic heading. I always just go by magnetic. Descending through 7,000 for 4,000.
Alright, I'm coming up behind you. 3.5 miles out.
Got your name tag in sight.
Mach 1.6 right now. I jettisoned all my externals, so I should be able to hit it.
Crow Air is holding a tight formation on us going on over here. I know that is not easy to stay in formation with the guy who's descending.
Yeah, it's not wanting to give me Mach 2 right now. I'm holding steady just above 1.6.
I imagine that aircraft likes it when you're really high. The higher you are, the better it performs.
Yeah, for sure.
When it comes to
It
speed.
might also be, it might be something about the A variant and the B variant, the difference. I'm not sure.
Okay, time to start paying attention to my altitude here because I have to catch it by eye.
My Tomcat just disintegrates like that famous video.
Like the one in the beginning of the $6 Million Man. It disintegrates on the landing pad.
No, there's this video of footage from the flight deck of a carrier. Tomcat hauls ass flying by, then like it just explodes.
Just pushing it too hard, huh?
I guess.
Alright, I'm getting ready to hold my altitude here. And I just picked up the ILS frequency here. I am in the beam. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and activate that. It's going to swing me wildly out to the right. That's why I wanted to stay at 4,000, because there are some mountains to the right. It's going to swing me to the right before it latches on, and we'll be good to go. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Right on. We are on track. 25 miles out, and I'm under the glide slope. Our buddy Crow Air knows what he's doing here, man. About a mile or so, I'm going to turn back to the left. I should be right on track. Here we go. Inbound, fully established for runway 28.
Should be crossing directly above you guys.
Should have glide slope indicator here any second now. No glide slope. That is no good. What's going on here? Yeah, somehow I don't have glide slope indicator. I know there is one. I think there is. You guys receiving telemetry from that beam as if there's a glide slope, or?
Well, it's turning me right now.
Right on.
I don't have a.
I'm within
arm.
20 miles. I should have the indicator, but it never showed up. It's okay. We'll just have to come in by hand, but at least it's going to point us the right direction.
Yeah, I don't have a glide slope capture yet. It turned
Pardon
me a
me?
little bit.
Yeah, I'm right in line. It's looking good. About a mile behind you, Waterman.
Didn't mean to get in front, just
No, man.
airspeed got away from me, so I'm
That's
gonna
good.
try to slow it down, let you go over.
It's I'll spend entire flights and not have anybody in front of me. It's nice to see somebody. About 13 miles out. Drop my altitude by hand over here. Just do it that way. Yeah, I came through here last night when I was doing a test of the C-130, the Dirty 30 from Black Hawk there. And yeah, it was a little bit later, and this entire city here was beautifully lit. It absolutely looked great in the mountains here, and it was just lit up. It looked great, it really did. It was nice. Well, time to start slowing down. I got the airport in sight, and we are looking good here. Notch of flaps or 2 or 10. This is a nice looking town. I love it. Nestled in the mountains, got a little river going through it. It looks modern. You got big buildings going on. It's pretty nice. Alrighty, lasers on, 6 mile final, going gear down. Yo, control issue. Yeah, I still got that weird issue. I think it's with my stick, though, if anything else. That if I go for a long time and I don't move the stick, when I shut off my autopilot and I go to move the stick, the movements are highly erratic. It'll put me nose down, it'll put me just the slightest move of the stick, and I'm out of control. I have to pause the game and then put my stick through an entire rotation, you know what I mean? Just rotate my stick in an entire circle, hit the buttons, twist it, do whatever I need to do, and then everything's good again. It's almost like it recalibrates itself when I do that, you know? It's weird, but it's always done that. It must be this stick in particular. It's done it for years.
I had an old HOTAS that once it started to like reach the end of its life, it would like disconnect and reconnect itself really fast, and whichever position the stick was in was now the new center position. And I was trying to dogfight World War II plays with that happening,
no.
so in the middle of the fight I'd have to unplug it and plug it back in real fast.
That wouldn't even, that wouldn't work good at all, man. That wouldn't be fun.
So I bet you this Tiger guy who just landed the opposite direction is in for a surprise.
I always wondered if people are thinking, you know, or what they're thinking when they see, you know, 5 or 6 or 8 planes all coming in. You're like, whoa. We had a guy last week that we surprised at the airport. He was just kind of sitting there. Next thing we know, we're surrounding him.
Well, that's no capture on the glide slope, but the VOR did bring me into the right heading.
Yeah, I suspect that there isn't a glide slope on this one. This is just one of those, the equipment itself doesn't have a glide slope. It worked pretty good getting us there, though. You guys see?
Yes, VOR worked okay.
You guys see at the end of the runway to the right at about maybe 1 o'clock, there's a giant building over there. It's pretty cool. I checked it out as I was taking off yesterday.
Yeah, my icon says it's Grand Hotel.
Ooh, it is grand. I'll give it that. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and find a place off the side of the runway here and park, and we'll take a 10-minute break. We'll say right now it is 40 past the hour. Ooh, I got out of the way just in time. Sorry, Crowware, I didn't realize I was in your way. But yeah, we'll call this 40 past the hour, and at 10 to the hour, whatever hour it is for you, 10 to the hour, we're going to be back up in the air. So take a 10-minute break. Pet the dog. The dog loves to be pet. Get some food, get a snack, get a drink. That's my plan. I'm going to give myself a drink. It's Friday.
That's going to be it for me, because I still got to get me some dinner. I postponed it some so I could participate. Well,
Ziltoid there. It was freaking awesome seeing you, man. Well, you got so many names. Ziltoid, Dinkelberg. It's great seeing you, man. It's been years, and it's always a blast flying with you. We're here every Friday, buddy. Every Friday. We don't miss one. 14 years, we don't miss. So, yeah, come on back.
For sure. Yeah, and if you just want to refer to me as Dinkelberg for old time's sake, you know, it's because that's what you used to, that's fine. I don't care.
Right on. Well, it's like I look at you in the game, and it says Ziltoid, and then I look at your name in Discord, and it says Dinkelberg. I get confused.
No, Lace, I got you in a helicopter.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's like the worst substitution it could find.
I know, right?
Runway clear, coming in.
Right on. I've got an AI aircraft on the ground, or not an AI, but an actual airplane, but he's moving out of your way. Got you coming in looking real good, Bob.
All right, y'all take care. Have a good one.
Take care, buddy. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you again soon, man. Have a good year.
You too.
Yeah, that Dirty 30 has a weird throttle situation for me. It's like, it does a whole lot of that all or nothing kind of stuff. Like you'll move the throttle and it doesn't do anything, and it doesn't do anything, and all of a sudden, bam, it's at 100%. And same thing when you're pulling it back. You know, it's like I'm not slowing down, I'm not slowing down. Boom! All of a sudden, my engines are at 0. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe it just needs an adjustment on my end.
Yeah, probably. Or you can do it on that little knee pad thing there or your left.
Yeah, I saw that. It has your entire control setup you can redo. By the way, Bob, that was a nice landing there. That was a nice short, right on the money.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Had to do work with it manually, but it worked out.
See, I got Waterman now. I can see his aircraft. I couldn't see it before, but I can see now. Do you
I
have
just
your...
switched to the H.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're sitting over there with your engine shut off?
Yeah, since
Yeah,
I just switched,
perfect.
it just restarted me at 0, so they're starting up now.
Okay, yeah, groovy, groovy. I can see you now. Cool. Yeah, like I said, it's got to be related to whether you have the aircraft or not. And not only do you have to have the aircraft, you have to have had or flown the aircraft. Otherwise,
I
it's
haven't
not in
flown
the
the
database.
H yet, and I could see you.
Yeah, weird.
Oh, I see you over there, Waterman. Looks like a...
So where I'm sitting right now, I can see everybody pretty good. I got Crowfoot, me, Crow Air, Mr. Newbie, got Waterman. I see everybody all pretty good. Got Wingnut. I can see everybody real good. That was something I tried a couple days ago. Was I was getting really big into VR, so I was flying VR in the sim. And they updated the VR, so it's really nice now. And yeah, it makes a big difference. I'm getting great frame rates in VR, especially with this Hercules here, the C-130H Captain Sim. But as soon as I hop in the Dirty 30, that thing tanks my frame rates hard. It doesn't do it when I'm flying flat screen, but in VR, it absolutely tanks the frames. It goes down to nothing. Anyway, we've got about 5 minutes before we get out of here. I better grab that drink now. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Crowfoot doing a nice little flyby here. Boy, the sound on that thing is just incredible. I've heard real world jets sound like that, but not ones in the game.
That sounded cool.
Yeah, it's
It
booming.
did, didn't it?
I have deer running across the runway.
Do you really? I haven't
Wow.
seen animals
Yeah.
in forever.
I haven't
don't
either.
have that.
Haven't seen.
Deer, huh? That's cool.
Or something. Buffalo, I don't know.
Good deal. We got 2 minutes,
Yeah.
so we're going to be out of here, guys. Let's grab that runway again.
It
Yeah,
looks
I
like
haven't seen
maybe
animals of any
moose.
kind in a while. Yeah, guys, let's count on getting these birds out of here in just over a minute. This is a tall leg we got going on right now. We're going to have to climb these birds up. So, count on climbing to 14,000. 13 ain't going to do it. So, 14,000, and we'll follow that line. We'll be on our final destination. So I'm a little bit confused here. I thought that the guy in the jet, he's got Crowfoot right in his name. But I think it's our buddy Crow Air who just left a message saying something about he's switching aircraft. Press start. He's going to try the A40M. Actually, he says the 400M is some work to fly in formation. So I don't know. Is the guy in the jet this Dustin Crowfoot? Or is our buddy Crow Air Justin Crowfoot? And are they buddies? Do they know each other? I don't know. So I don't see our buddy Crow Air at the moment. I feel like he might be switching aircraft.
Altitude, you said 14.5?
Just 14,000 even should do the trick just fine.
14, okay.
Set my radio beam back to where it belongs. Alright, gentlemen, upon taking off out of here, we're going to take a sharp left-hand turn, 90 degrees, and that'll get us right back on track. Let's get these birds up in the air, guys. The Lazerbolt is rolling. Whoop, sorry, Crowfoot. Bob got that bird in the air quick this time.
I had to. I was about to run over you. Wow, that A400 is fast too.
It is.
Big city down there, huh?
It is a big city, and it looks really good. Like I said, I saw it last night in the dark, and all lit up is amazing. Is that big ass building, right? Apparently somebody said it was a like a hotel.
Taipei 101.
Or whatever it is, it's freaking huge. Got the yellow roof on it. Oh, it is the Grand Hotel. It's got a marker. Very cool. Okay, prepare to climb to 14,000 feet. Yeah, real nice city, for sure. I notice people around here drive on the right-hand side of the road, so we're clearly not in Japan anymore. Truth be told, we could go about 30 miles to the east and we could avoid these mountains, but screw that. This is fun. But we do need to climb. I'm going to turn on my engine smoke. Let me know if you can see it.
No smoke.
I bet what just happened is now I can see me with smoke and you with smoke.
Probably.
I can see my smoke. Looks nice. It's pretty
think,
subdued. It's not as like it's not like a big black smoke like it used to be. Looks nice.
Didn't MSFS do that kind of
I'm
thing where it would
flares.
turn it on for every other? Yeah, the flares would do that too.
Or like if I open my cargo ramp, I'll see everybody with their cargo ramp open. Yeah, that's one thing cool about that Dirty 30 is it's got some neat flare system. They look nice too. It gives you that classic angel wings that look so good.
Yeah, I was just shooting some off, but I know you guys can't see it, but I can.
Yeah, the only way I saw it that one time was I was watching your screen.
Yeah, I did a live screen share. Yeah.
Climbing through 9,000 for 14,000. Got our buddy Crow Air back at the airport. I think he switched airplanes. I'm not sure, but I think so. It's going to be an interesting approach. There are some hills and mountains in the way, but when we get closer to the airport, we'll just swing out over the ocean and we'll line up without problems.
We got an ILS on that one too?
No, I don't think there's anything on this one. Let me double check, but I don't think there's anything.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see one on the little nav map for that airport.
No.
There's one.
It is
at the
interesting
airport
though that
next to
it appears to have two runways. Like it has a 4 left and a 22 right, and then a 4 right and a 22 left. As we're approaching the airport, we're definitely going to be taking 22 left, because 22 right, even though for me it says that that's kind of recommended, or actually the 4 right. Anyway, the runway on the right is really goofy. It didn't even look like a runway to me. I thought it was just a... Whoops, I just went past 14,000. Let me hit hold here. Okay, so I'm closer to 15,000, no biggie. But, yeah, don't do that right runway. Do the left. The right runway is weird. It looks like a taxiway, and it's sloped, like severely sloped. It's really weird. You'll see when we get there, and you'll be glad you didn't choose that one.
So where's the altitude hold in here? I couldn't find it.
If you look off to the right-hand side, just below your throttle, you'll see a little box there. It's got knobs on the side of it that you can rotate for pitch control. Well, on the left-hand side of that box, there is a... Let's see what it's called. I think it's just called the... Yeah, it just says pilot switch. That's the autopilot main. That's the main right there. It's not easy to find. It's almost a little hidden. You see what I'm talking about? It's right above your flap settings, and it's right under your throttle. But there's it has a knob on top of it that says turn.
Okay.
Well, on the left-hand side of that, towards the bottom, it says pilot switch. That's your main.
Yep.
And then once you hit that, you can rotate the big knob on the side, the pitch control knob. That's how you control your vertical speed. And when you get to the altitude you want, to the right of the autopilot main, it says altitude control. When you reach the altitude you'd like, hit altitude control, and it'll stop you right there. That's the only way to do it. You can't like set, hey, take me up to 10,000. You can't do that, but you can hold it wherever you would like. I have made a number of tutorials on how to fly this aircraft, including ILS approaches and just general startup procedure and how to use the ILS and the autopilot. You should check it out. There's not too much there to this airplane, but I describe all of it in that. The only other thing that's important to know about your autopilot is there's a little knob to the left of everything, kind of below all that. It says the radio beam coupler switch. That's an important part of it. Like if you want to follow your GPS heading, you want to follow the pink line on your GPS, you got to set it to range localizer. And if you want to follow your ILS beacon, you have to set it to AFF. Other than that, that's all it is. So anyway, we are coming in on runway 22 left when we get there. Count on that, 22 left. It is a huge, almost 11,000 foot runway. It's the biggest runway we've been to tonight. It's massive. Count on that one.
So I lost all displays in this 400. Wasm module crashed.
Oh no.
So I'm flying blind, yeah.
Oh, I've never had that happen. I've only spent a couple hours in that though. And yeah, some kind of electrical failure or what?
Well, I did a search on according to what I've seen. It tends to happen in this aircraft quite a bit. A lot of people have experienced it.
These are some jaggedy mountains going on. They look great though. I remember back FSX, how terrible they looked. They would just take some random ass rock texture and just stretch it out over the entire mountain range, and it would be bad. Oh, I see what happened to our buddy Crow Air. I think his system crashed. If indeed that is Dustin Crowfoot in YouTube. But then again, like I said, we got this fellow here in the jet who's really good with it. His name also seems to have Crowfoot in it. I'm confused.
You're confusing Crow Air with Crowfoot.
I think I am. But then again, the only one that matches the messages I'm getting in YouTube would be Crow Air. But he calls himself Justin Crowfoot. I don't know. Hey, maybe they know each other. Okay, I'm also going way too fast. I'm gonna slow my ass down a little bit.
Yeah, my Blackbird's only maxing out right now at 258.
Yep, I think that's a little more realistic than what I'm doing. I was doing like 290. I was having the same
ground
issue with
speed's
the
high,
Blackbird. Yeah, the Blackbird tops out like it's supposed to. I'm going to drop her down 270. That black smoke pouring out of them engines does look pretty nice though. I like that. Those beautiful Rolls-Royce engines going on in this thing. I feel like having smoke wasn't something that you could always do in this aircraft, but you can do it now. Oh, get this, guys. Dustin Crowfoot on YouTube there says, Crow Air is Dustin, and N Crowfoot is Nick. We are twins. How about that, guys? Right on.
Oh, cool. Well,
Yeah, that is
hello,
cool.
brothers.
Right on. Neat. Okay,
I
so
see
we got
Crow Air
Nick
in
and
here now.
Dustin. Right on. Nick and Dustin going on around here. That helps. Now I know who I'm talking to. Perfect. Oh, we got Crow Air back up in the air with us. Everything's good. Boy, Nick is right here under my wing, man. I could reach out and hand him a cup of coffee if I wanted to. So at the moment, I believe we're only about 57 miles out. So, before too awful long, I'm going to jog off to the left a little bit, and we're going to be out over the ocean before we land. I'm going to go to the left a little bit, make it a little easier to come down. Right now, if I came down, I'd be hitting some mountains. I'm going to turn to a heading of 180 straight south. And being that I'm at 15,000, way above where I wanted to be, I'm going to start bringing her down slowly. Not too quick, but a little bit. Like I said, we're only about 55 miles out, and that's getting close.
There's a tack-in station there, or frequency that I locked in on.
That a nav aid for the radio, the runway.
Yeah, it's not right on the runway. It's real close to the airport though, but it's a tack-in frequency 85X. You can put that at, I don't know if the C1, the H model will do that, but this one does.
Yeah, I'm just, my biggest concern right now is to be able to get down quick enough to hit that runway. Like I said, we're
I was just playing with it.
45 miles out right now, and I'm still 14,000 feet. I need to drop. But we're still around the mountains, so careful. So I didn't even mention how awesome the weather's been around here, and I'm kidding, it sucked. The weather's just been just the worst. Big major winter storm hit us last week, and it's been cold and snowy.
I know, I've been seeing that.
Yeah.
Keep that right on up there. I don't need none down here in the south.
But we got hit with something, I don't know who makes this shit up, but we got hit by something I never heard of before. What did they call it? A bomb cyclone. That's what hit us. Yeah, I'm 58 years old and I've never heard of a bomb cyclone, but I was hit by one. Bomb cyclone hit me right in the face. Actually, it's not too bad right now. It's it hasn't snowed all day long. It's just been super cold, so none of the snow is melting. But it does look like tomorrow will be a good day to hit the store. It'll be easy enough to dig my car out. I got to make more of an effort to get down here. I'm still over 10,000 feet, and that's ridiculous.
Well, there is a big mountain in front of us. We want to go over that instead of into it.
Yeah, I think I'm good now. I just made it through. There's like a little bit of a saddle you can go through. And I'm pretty much over the water right now, so I can drop it right down. But I need to hurry. Like I said, I don't know how close we are, but I bet you we're... Actually, I do know. It says 50 miles? That can't be true.
Mine's showing 35, but I'm way behind you too, so I don't know what the...
We got plenty of time.
Yeah, a little nav map says 30 miles, and I'm at 10,000 exactly. Yeah, I think we're good. As long as I drop like a stone, we're good. I lost track of our buddy Crow Air. I don't know if he caught up to us or not.
You headed... Oh, air, I don't know. Foot
Yeah,
is...
I see him.
Yeah.
He's in there.
Ocean.
I knew he said he had a system crash, but I think he's back up and running now.
Yeah, he's up. He's up.
All right, descending through 7,000 for 3,000. Yeah, this is like a rugged looking place. Holy moly, these mountains are jagged.
Looks good though.
It sure does. I got the evening colors kind of going on right now. It's looking great. Hey, there's Crow Air.
You have the runway in sight. I'm just going to follow the coast and then shoot across the bay and right into the runway.
Yep, that's a good plan right there. So I'm gonna follow the coast too. Stay away from these mountains. And like I said, if we just keep those mountains just to the right of us, and we could skirt them mountains, and that runway will be right there.
I'm at about 2,000 feet. It looks like they're about 2,500 feet tall, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm finally down, crossing 4,000. I'm going to be holding 3,000 soon. Looking good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I am going to be a busy boy because I'm going to make that video for the C-130J Dirty 30. It's going to be the full package. It's going to be the complete startup procedure, how to program the CNIMU unit with your flight plan, and then how to do an ILS approach, all in one video.
Yeah, good luck. Sure, I'm sure it'll come out okay.
Make sure to put the chapter markers in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those help a lot. And like I said, as I'm trying to learn that aircraft, and I'm having a hell of a time. There's no videos out there. There's no info at all. Which also tells me it's a great time for me to make a video. If there's no info about that, then yeah, it's going to get some views. And it
There
is,
must
this
be
C-130 is
wind.
my favorite by far. I just love knowing every little nut and bolt about this aircraft.
Well, there's a lot to learn too still.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm holding about 2,500 inbound runway, was it 17? Got the sun behind me, so it's going to be hard to spot, but I think it'll be no problem. It's a pretty big runway. It's a way big runway.
Massive. Feels like there's wind pushing me into the island.
Well, might be. The wind would be coming off the ocean, probably. Alrighty, I got the airport in sight just across the other side of the bay. Good. I've got Nick over here keeping us safe in that jet. Of course, that's not much of a fighter jet, but still. If I saw a C-130 being escorted by those, I wouldn't be very happy. At least I wouldn't feel like messing with them.
Oh, what looked like the runway was a big grass field, it looks like.
Yes, like I said, when we get to that airport, check out the weird nature of the right runway. We're going to land on the left runway, but that right runway, like I said, I didn't know it was a runway, except it's called a runway. It's marked like a runway, but it just looks like a footpath. And it's like a huge slope. It's got a weird slope to it, right in the middle of it. The whole thing ain't sloped. Only half of it is sloped. It's weird.
Yeah, from the side it looks like it kind of curves to the left, but you can see a big old hill on it.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, who the hell would try to land there? That looks dangerous, man. Especially when the left runway is like 11,000 feet. All right, making preparations for landing runway 17 over here.
I'm down. Thank God.
I'm quite high and fast at the moment. Bet you my passengers are feeling it in their stomach now.
I may have to overtake you there, Lazerbolt. I'm coming in really hot.
Right on, buddy. You take the runway. I'm coming in pretty hot myself.
Well, you might make it.
Well, it's such a long runway. I'm gonna land long, so you got room behind me. Unless you want me to land short, you can land in front of me. But let's do it this way. I'm gonna land long.
I'm already almost over top of you.
So landing long is bad or good? I don't know. Help me out.
Bad. Land short if you can.
There you are. Right on. Let me get out of everybody's way here. Well, you got her down, Bob. That looked all right. Kept everybody alive, including me. Captain Crow Air right behind me, looking good. Not sure if he's actually an A320, but it's a real nice looking one. Got a cool paint job.
I'm going to pull up here in the grass. There's a bunch of small airplanes in my view there beside Waterman.
Ooh, right on, buddy. I'll find you guys.
This is just where the blue lines told me to park. Since I can't see you, I'll wait for Lazerbolt, park beside him.
Right on. I'm just taxiing across the grass right now. Gentlemen, we are in Taiwan. What goes on here?
Everything for your computer is built.
Well, that's probably true. I'm just wondering, like, do they got good food here? Does this airport got good coffee? What's going on?
That was probably at the last airport. I think that was Taipei.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to park to the right of Wingnut over here. What a group. That was an awesome flight tonight, guys. I really enjoyed that. It was neat having a nice selection of aircraft going on. We're back in the C-130. It's my favorite. Love this. Had some fighter jet action going on. Saw some old friends. Met some new friends. What a night. Yes, next week we're going to be taking off right out of here, continuing south, zigzagging all we need. We're going to just visit whatever the hell we feel like visiting. I'm sure along the way we're going to make our way to the Philippines. I'd like to kind of work our way down towards, what is it there, they filmed Lord of the Rings? How come I can't think of it?
New Zealand?
New Zealand, yes. We're going to make our way to New Zealand, see if we can find some orcs. Should be a good time. All of our airplanes are just kind of rocking back and forth right now, doing weird stuff.
Maybe it's that wind again.
It might
Didn't
be.
see a windsock.
Lazerbolt, did you know that you can walk up inside your cargo compartment now with your character on this Blackbird Sim or Blackbird C-130?
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, you can
L-
walk up inside the cargo compartment.
Can you do that from the cockpit, or you get out and walk back there?
No, you have to get out and walk around to the back, walk up
That's
the ramp
cool.
right into it.
Well, that's great, because it used to be there was like an invisible wall there.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool. Yeah, look at that beautiful six-bladed dirty bird you got. I love it. That is quite a beast, especially when you see the cockpit. I mean, it looks like the same aircraft until you see the inside of it. And then it's like, oh my God, that thing is high-tech. Notice it didn't freeze up today. Not like when you were flying around Wisconsin.
No. Yeah, that was weird. Can you see from your screen if my ramp is open?
No, your ramp's not open. I knew it wouldn't be. It would only
Okay.
be open if I opened mine, and I would have had to been in that aircraft.
Okay, yeah. True.
I can see you standing there, though. Okay, now you walked right inside your airplane. It was weird, because you went up into it. Yeah, neat. That experimental jet that Nick is flying is so fast that every time I hear it, by the time I look, it's gone already. So yeah, guys and girls, I am just overjoyed to be back in the big old cargo hauling C-130H, or any kind of C-130 for that matter. I love it. We're going to continue doing this next week, so count on that. We're going to fly out of Taiwan, and we're going to keep visiting the world. Let's just keep going around the world, guys. And I appreciate everybody coming in. We'll see everybody next Friday. If you would like to join us, we would love to have you. All the information is in the description of the YouTube video. Grab the information down there. Click like and subscribe. Come join us. We would love to have you. Like I said, when we're flying these C-130s, a lot of people like to fly a fighter jet. That's a perfect combo here. Come join us in a fighter jet. Or anything else. We've got a number of people that flew that 404 today, or actually the A400. That's also a good substitution. That is a default aircraft that fits just great. And yeah, hope to see everybody next week. Have a great week and a great beginning to the new year, and rock on, everybody. We'll see you next time.